there is a problem with slacking. If you succeed, it leads to more slacking. Hey, yo, viewers from the internet. This is another edition of Slackers Symposium. And this episode is called So You Want to Run Dopey. Now, if you're new to this channel, we have a series of videos called Dopey Training for Slackers. And the two guys in the headbands here, first of all, we are not coaches, so do not listen to anything we're saying. But check out this playlist right up here for
you are my coaches.
Helpful advice on how to get through Dopey. Both of us have completed Dopey twice, this last year in 2020 and in 2019. And with us, we have two Dopey hopefuls for 2021. We have here the esteemed Linz Reed.
Hello. I want to run many miles and be really tired.
And also we have Meredith, long runs and liquor.
All the miles will be magic. Am I right?
Right. Unless it is really hot, then it's not really magic. Jay Crow, you want to say anything?
I'm so excited to have the opportunity to share our wisdom and experience with these two amazing people. So let's do it.
Yeah, so AP registration would have been on the day we're recording, but Convid 20 is hampering some plans here. So hopefully soon, if you're a good viewer and you're watching this when it comes out, we'll know maybe sometime soon when we can register for this. So let's start off with our first questions via Q&A session. So Linz Reed, fire away.
All right. First of all, I'm super excited to be back in the client role. I think this is a wonderful full circle and reminds me of the days that I was just a stranger on the internet sending you questions. And look at us now. Was that a Dopey mug, sir? What was that?
Oh.
Nice. Is that a popcorn bucket or a mug?
Maybe you can put flowers in there or Cinnamon Toast Crunch, whatever you fancy.
Yeah, it is a vehicle.
But there's a hole at the bottom. I think it's
well, don't put
it's a planter. It's a planter.
Well, there you go. Is it functioning as a vehicle for beverages right now?
I believe when I received this, it was full of goos.
Goons?
Goo, the gels.
Oh, goo. Okay. Like, don't let those goons into your home.
I do not fuel with goos. I fuel with
appropriate
things, which you may ask us about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go, my first question, friends, I'm going to go straight to some thoughts and feelings, and I'm going to make you do some real deep introspection. Are you ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
Approved.
Okay. So drop in, take a breath. Are you ready?
Ready.
All y'all look unfocused. Okay. All right.
What have you been drinking, Linz Reed?
No. Seem scattered. I'm drinking tea, sir. Any hoodles. So my first question for you guys is, as you are well aware, I try to live a life of #no regrets with an A. Jared and my friendiversary was entitled Treat Yourself 2020 Foodapalooza #no regrets. Link above. So I want to hear from you both. I want you to take a minute and I want you to think through what are two regrets you have from either or just your Dopey experiences in general, so I can learn from your failures.
You go first.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Jared.
I think I know one answer for you.
So this has been well documented in the Slacker canon. My Dopey 01 regret was running too many miles to train for this sucker. So Jared and I think we were in Lariat Studios recently and drove down the road that we ran down, but we decided we're going to run 22 miles. We're just going to bust this thing out. And I completely hurt myself. And then so Dopey was totally miserable, number one. So train appropriately, but don't train to the point that you hurt yourself, because that ain't going to be fun for anybody.
When do you
And
think
then-
is the mark of when you're going to hurt yourself? Is it 22 miles or earlier?
I think we were at like 18, and I was like, I've run enough. But we were like in the middle of nowhere at that point. We were at runs like as far as you could run away from our vehicles as you could get to have to go back.
Trying to run to a bathroom.
Yes, that is accurate. Yes, my wife actually passed us on the way to the gym that day, and we should have just had her pick us up, and tuck our tails between our legs, and have her take us back to our cars. But we were much too prideful for that. So don't hurt yourself leading up to the race. If you're gonna overdo it, I'd say the race isn't a terrible time to overdo it because there are people there to help you. There's a medical tent every few miles.
How many?
I've hit all, and so they know me by name. They're like, oh, there's Justin. Let's throw some, get that biofreeze ready for him. My second one, I don't know. Dopey number 2 went so well. Everything about that weekend was amazing. So I'm going to say that my only regret from that one would be not spending more time eating at signature restaurants.
I'm ingesting that, pun intended. I'm feeling that. So thank you, Coach J. Crow. Coach Jaros and Spoon.
I think my regret is mostly afterwards because both times after the marathon, I was ravenously hungry. And I think I just ate, like, the first year, I ate the chips out of the box. And this year, I ate chips that I bought. And the little Mickey-shaped goldfish type crackers, ate that and drank some chocolate milk. I probably should have had something ready to go, like, hire a barbecue griller and just have it a ribeye waiting for me as I get up the stairs into the room. So I'll look into that. If we have some like delivery barbecue guy thing. That's definitely one regret.
Okay. 2 regrets?
The second one was I know. Well, this is kind of the opposite because I would have had a huge regret, even though I was pretty sure of the outcome, because I was hesitating during the end of the race. I was like, I know this cotton candy is going to melt, but I will be regretting this the rest of my life if I don't at least try. So I
there you
tried.
go. Is that a Disney song?
And it failed, but the memories live on.
If I could find my way.
Go to distance.
All right, so what
You
I'm
really
hearing
tried,
say
Jox and Spoon. I was proud of you when I saw the melted, basically the stick in your hand. I was very proud of my friend for trying to go the distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite favorite race photos ever. Insert here. Of anything.
You're causing him more work.
You guys telling me how to edit.
It's you finishing the marathon. I started following you guys like right after, or right during, like right before you guys left for marathon weekend. I had like gotten the flu or something, and it was probably coronavirus.
Convid
but I'm
20.
like laying in Convid 20, so sorry. Laying in my bed dying, and I'm like watching these videos, and you come across my Instagram feed, and it's just like melt all down your hand. And I knew at that point, you didn't know me, but I knew I would be your friend. I was like, whatever I have to do. Whatever it is.
All right. Before Meredith's question, these shirts are compliments of Fairy Tale Runner.
Fairy Tale Runner!
On point with a burrito, donut, churro, and turkey leg. Very representative of our training. Watch the videos and you'll see.
Endorsement implied.
Yeah.
Thank you, Australia. And hello to Gabriel, a.k.a. Manshiv.
I'm going to do those push-ups this weekend.
Yeah. All right, Meredith.
So, building off of J. Crow's question, or not question, his answer to Lindsay's question, how can one, when they're running Dopey, still manage to plan a hashtag signature dining day on the day of the marathon? Because, I mean, it's going to take me 7 hours. So we're cutting into time there. So my question is how can I most effectively build my signature dining day, even though it's going to take me 7 hours of the marathon?
Poignant question.
What are both of us doing right now?
Yeah.
Are you saying that I should eat during the marathon?
That was a tiramisu for 2 that I just took down in about 5 seconds.
Ooh, take out signature dining mid-marathon.
It's COVID 20 time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they'll know how to deal with it, right?
I think the Jared had a good point and I've done the exact same thing. You finish the marathon, you've cleared your schedule because you think, well, I'm just going to hit the hotel room and I'm going to be fine. In reality, you are so hungry that you could eat the bedpost in said resort room. So my recommendation would be to go ahead and schedule that dining. Even if it's in your resort, make sure you get that food. I, like Jared, Marathon 1 showed up back to Yacht Club where we were staying, and I had to resort to a room service hamburger. Didn't hit the spot. I mean, it was good. It's Disney, but it didn't hit the spot. So
okay.
I think planning is the key to that. What would you say, Jarox and Spoon?
I think it's just as you train for running, you got to train for eating, because like you don't want to go to Disney World and say like, oh man, I got to eat well. You'd be like, forget that. I'm going to eat what I want and I can still be able to run. It's all in your head.
Tell us more about that and how you accomplish that.
Can you say more about that?
Yeah, please say more. Jarox.
Expand, please.
I've been full of fried chicken for a 5K. I've been full of whole fried fish for a half marathon. I mean, no, a marathon. For this past marathon, what did we eat for lunch? Oh,
the day before?
Bistro table, yes.
Yes. What did you have?
But then I had some chicken, stewed chicken. But
we had baklava.
I went back to... Yes, and that's like one of the most sugary things you can eat.
And then at back melted brie. Oh,
sorry, brie.
Yeah. Anyway, we were back at the hotel,
and I did not want to wait into that quick serve line, so I just got 2 frozen burritos from the freezer section. Ate those. PR to marathon, technically. Boom, baby.
Slackers.
Boom, baby.
Lit, y'all.
We love you, Kimberly.
So that's how you do it. It's like you eat a nice dinner of Indian food and run a half marathon the next day. Just you can do that. You can do anything.
Fine.
Amen.
I think it's Moroccan food, but
no, I had Indian food. But Moroccan food, yeah, maybe I'll eat at Marrakesh before wine and dine. Who knows?
You've heard this, Jared, that before my Star Wars 2019 half marathon, I split a tuna melt and a pepperoni pizza and tater tots with my friend at 9 p.m. the night before the half marathon. And did I PR my half marathon? Yes, I did.
Hashtag
before my first half marathon, it was non-Disney. We had a Cheesecake Factory. So,
sure.
I think I probably got some kind of plain pasta dish, and like I so wanted a piece of cheesecake. Was like, oh, I can't. But I think I got one bite of it. But now I'd be like, whatever. Give me 2 pieces of cheesecake.
Like a whole.
I'll have the whole cheesecake.
Yeah, and like 1 piece of cheesecake at Cheesecake Factory is like this big.
It's just enough.
Yeah. This is no endorsement of Cheesecake Factory, by the way.
It is not an endorsement. No endorsement implied.
I think you're up, Lynn.
All right. Okay. So my next question is that thinking about Dopey, this time last year, I was already training for the marathon. Like April 2nd, this time last year, I was already seeing a trainer 3 times a week. In fact, I registered for the marathon in the lobby of my gym on my little phone at 7 a.m. because I saw my trainer 3 times a week at 6 a.m. Hey, Force Ghost. So it's different times now, right? Because there are midichlorians. And so I'm not going to the gym 3 days a week. I'm not running lots of miles all the time like I was this time last year. Like everyone in the world, my life is at home, and then I go to work at a hospital, and then I come back home. So I'm wondering from you guys, especially since we are healthcare colleagues, if you have any advice about different exercises or things I can do in the comfort of my own home or the comfort of my workplace to build strength and endurance. What can I be doing? And know that I have no weights or any workout equipment at my house because I'm not a monster. So tell me what I need to do.
Well, the problem with slacking, or if there is a problem with slacking, if you succeed, it leads to more slacking.
Say more.
So, for viewers that don't know, this is true. Our literal longest long run for Dopey training was 10 miles. If you count wine and dine, there was 13 miles there. But we're like, this is dumb. Let's not run more than 10 miles.
Okay.
And how did you feel after the marathon compared to 2019?
$1 million better.
Yes. If it wasn't so stinking hot, I would have felt much better. Like it was hot, but my limbs and stuff, they were all in one piece, in good piece. One piece or 2 pieces?
A couple pieces.
Like, yeah.
They were pieced together.
Yeah. They were there. So, yeah, if you want to start training now, go ahead, live your best life. Dance how you feel. But really building up that mileage and being confident that you can go that mileage, it's mostly in that brain of yours. Because
but if I can't run outside, what do I do?
Just think about running outside, and you're channeling it. Just look at other people's posts that run outside, and you'd be like, I think I can do that. And then then it's like you did it.
All right. I'll go write that down with my invisible pen.
Yeah. Like there's some people that I can say their names, and like we know that they post their mileage, and like, well, good for them. I feel like I can do that. So I think I did that today too.
I think I did that. Like, because they did, I did.
I'm sharing in their victories.
Yes.
All right.
That's what social media is all about, right?
Yeah, it's osmosis.
It's
right.
about like claiming other people's victories as your own.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Yes.
Yeah, when I double tap and like that, I'll be like,
I did it.
I did too. Have you got anything else to add to that, J. Crow?
So I will comment on my personal experiences lately. So when things get real stressful at the hospital here with the COVID-20 and all the midichlorians that are circulating in the air, I have found that just a nice brisk walk outside of my office is a good thing. Then you've got like my buddy Gabriel, who challenged me to do 10 push-ups every time that I do that.
Okay.
You need to record that. I walk to the lounge, which was Jared's office. So I walk from my office to the lounge, which is Jared's office.
Solid.
And if you can do those 10 push-ups and then you put them on social media, someone can double tap and like those, and they did 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
Right?
You're like Gandhi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then someone else will double tap that and they'll do 10 push-ups. And so throughout the world, we're all getting fitter because I did my walk to Jared's office and 10 push-ups.
You're the Mother Teresa.
And you know what?
Dopey.
We appreciate you because
Thank you. It's a sacrifice.
I don't push up. I just don't have that. I don't have that ability.
I fall
My
down.
body does not move in that. It pushes down. It seems to push down, not up. And so I do appreciate that you're doing them on my behalf,
You're
so that I don't
welcome.
have to do them.
Just make sure you like and subscribe and tell your mom about it, or else it was all in vain.
Well, of course.
That makes me want to go unlike some posts that I've liked.
We'll go through posts we like and like, nah, I'm gonna unlike that.
I'm gonna unlike that because there are some things I don't want to have done. So now I know the criteria. So
Right, Meredith. Question.
So I am notorious for overdoing costumes. So how much costume is too much costume, and how much facial hair is too much facial hair for each race of the Dopey Challenge?
Well, Meredith,
Good
did you watch our
question.
last episode? Because we totally addressed this question.
Not gonna lie, I haven't watched it yet.
How do I
Saving it for a long run.
How do I kick someone off the Skype?
Okay, I'll take back my question.
Well, I did say your facial hair was on point for the Princess 10K,
Yes.
and it was. And you were a character stop and also a featured picture on the runDisney Facebook page, social media platform. So you, ma'am, obviously know that that is not too much costume. That is the way to go. And if anything, we are to learn from you on how to costume.
Teach us.
costume coach.
I've made it. Costume coach.
So for Dopey, you got 4 chances to impress and get on the social medias / be a character stop. So this should be a good thing, because what's more important, PRing the race or PRing and fun with your awesome costume? That's a question.
Fair. That is fair. So I didn't view it like that. So I was more concerned as to, I know last year this year, I guess, seems like last year, the concern was heat. And so it is impossible to run as Governor Ratcliffe for 26 miles because that costume was hot.
Kind of fun to
and
do
that-
the impossible, Meredith.
But it is fun to do the impossible per Walt Disney. So
You're welcome.
if you guys have any costume ideas, send them my way into my DMs.
Okay. Yeah,
Coaches?
that's always a good thing. There's a plethora of costume ideas, and the hard part is actually coming through with me having 0 sewing skill and me just browsing Amazon and say, okay, I think I can run in that. Do I test it out? No, because that's for nerds.
No.
Have you ever tested a costume? Were you ever nerdy, coaches?
I don't think we ever have. We had Lords of Arendelle. We just showed up.
Yeah,
All right.
pink suit. I was like, I'll run to half in that, whatever.
Go for that costume that just feels right. For me, it was the KFC costume. Had nothing to do with Disney. But that costume just felt right. And it got a lot of good response. And some of my favorite pictures, a lot of joy, all the feelings from that costume.
That's
So,
what we go for here.
yes. It doesn't need to be Disney specific, although that is appropriate. You can definitely venture out, and creativity is more important, I think, than theming.
I have a follow-up question. So you said it felt right. So for those of us playing the home game, how did you know it felt right? Like, where did you feel that in your being?
So when I got on the bus at Yacht Club, there was a resounding echo of how much everyone loved how I looked. I felt like I was a runway model coming down that bus line. And then
How did you walk? How did you walk down the bus line?
Can we get a demonstration?
so I
Show it in your closet.
I
Show it
had
in the
my
closet.
apron and I had my bucket without KFC. It had the KFC bucket with no Cheetos, and I came in, and people just and they didn't know anything about Slackers. I don't think they just liked that it was KFC. And one lady told me I was cute, which I like. I don't mind being called cute, but the the really joyful explosion moment was when and it's on camera because Jared got it, was when I saw Jared and I had poured my Cheetos in, and he didn't even it was just, Jared and I know each other so well. I just knew that he appreciated the effort that I put in that costume because he didn't know. And that was the best part, I think.
I didn't know
I had
that.
hid the fact that I wasn't going to do that from him.
I knew he was gonna be Colonel, but like I didn't know what he was gonna do. So
Like
approved.
bonus material right there.
Yeah.
Jar and Spoon bonus.
And I got to share Cheetos with everybody. So it was an interactive costume.
I ate a
Yeah.
lot of those Cheetos
A
before.
lot
that
of those
5K.
Cheetos got shared. That was
Yeah.
before the midichlorian scare where you wouldn't share anything like that. But
Yeah, we even like hugged Jake.
oh yeah, I touched people. Yeah.
I
miss hugging people.
All right. On that note, we're gonna wrap up this half. We have a second half one coming up too. So thanks for joining us. Like, subscribe, and tell your mom about it.